It's your girl Sabrina, aka Big House, coming to give you an update for the third or fourth time. Each time I try, the phone rings, or someone busts in the door, or something just happens. So, let's see if I can get it done this time. I'm in P4. I'm not really sure of the day. I lost track after 21 days of P4. So I know I'm somewhere like 30 something. I don't know, maybe 35 or 30 something. I don't know. But anyway, my LIW was 135, and this morning I was 136.8. So that's up 1.8, which is fine. During this phase, I think I have been up at some point as much as 4 point something or 5 pounds. I'm good with that. I just continue to eat like I ate, drink my water, do what I'm supposed to do, and it came back down naturally. So, but I have been hanging out in the 136, 137-ish, range, and that's fine. I went and had some testing done. I think I told you a vlog or two back. And so this Thursday, I went to meet with the doctor to discuss my blood work and for her to evaluate my food log to see what I'm eating and what needs to be tweaked and where I need to do this or that. So I'll share those results with you guys. It's quite a thick packet of information. I'll kind of do the highlights of, stuff that has some relevance. For those of you that follow Stephanie Fit Skater or Skater Fit or whatever name she goes by, she talks a lot about cortisol, and that's one of the tests that the doctor ordered. And I was shocked when I saw the ranges because there's an AM cortisol draw and a PM, and the AM range is higher and the PM range is lower. So I asked the doctor, why is that? Why aren't they like the same ranges? And she said, because in the mornings, your cortisol level should be higher. If your body is in sync with the circadian rhythm. I think Stephanie talks about that too, about sleeping between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. and she says 6, and I don't know if that's her doing or the actual time is 10 to 4 and whatever. But so my ranges were in sync with my circadian rhythm being in sync, because they were high when they should be high and lower when it should be lower. And so I said, well, is it indicative that then if that's in sync that there's not anything wrong with my cortisol level? It's like, would it be in line just for this test? And she said more than not, it wouldn't. So she doesn't think that there's anything wrong with that. She said overall my hormones look good. She tested several different thyroid and all that stuff, and I have never had symptoms indicative of me having thyroid problems, but she just tested it because of perimenopausal age. Another thing that she tested that was slightly low was my vitamin D, and she said that, and I've heard this before, that for some reasons African Americans have lower levels of vitamin D. They're not sure why, but one thing she said is that perhaps there are multiple different vitamin D tests that can be done. She said maybe the right vitamin D isn't being tested. So that's something to think about for those of you who are African American and who have low or very low, vitamin D. She also tested my A1C, which is, I believe, a test that they test to determine if you're diabetic or not. And that was a good range. Mine was 5.2. You're diabetic, it says if it's greater than 6.4. So, and you're at increased risk if you're 5.7 to 6.4. So I was not in that range, so I'm glad to hear that. My insulin level was also 5.4, which is a good range. She said she would like it to be slightly lower, but and then and my B12 was high, and she asked me was I taking any supplements, which I'm not even like a multivitamin. So I would attribute it to the grass-fed beef or the grass-fed butter from cows. I don't know, because I have not been taking a supplement, and as a matter of fact, when I was vegan it was severely low. So interesting. And I was thinking it might still be low, but it wasn't. So, and then the other significant test was the VAP test, which was the cholesterol test. And some of the results were kind of alarming because my LDL, which is like one of the bad cholesterols, was like up, not 100, but it was up high. And it was up high, like higher than I've ever seen it. I am consuming a lot of fat though, and so I was looking at the balance. But the things that I got an A+ on is my HDL, which is the good cholesterol, was 100, and they want that to be over 40. And I have some friends who struggle to get it to 40, so mine was like 60 points over, and it's normally like in the 70s or maybe high 60s, but never have I seen it be 100. So I was delighted to see that. My triglycerides were 44, which is, they wanted less than 150, but it's normally in the 20s, like 27, 29. So I don't know, what that is about, but I'll take it. And then what she did for my LDL, which was 200, which is really high, she broke it down and they did a test of what is the LDL composed of, because there's small, dense particles and there's large. And my understanding is you want it to be larger because then that's less harmful. So the bulk of my 200 plus was large. It was a very small, the small particles were like 30 something of the 200. It mostly was large particles. So I guess that was good. So I'll give you guys a quick body shot and then I'll send you on your way. And this dress again is a 2, but I'm not A2, it's A2. That's the front, the side, the back, other side. And today I had on my 5-inch heels. Woo! That's the only way I seem to be able to get any height around here. So I'll talk to you guys later and I'll keep you updated because I'm going to do some research into this cholesterol and see if it's something or it's nothing. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Peace.